Hey everybody, Jillian here. Welcome to my channel. Today I've got a brand new Bible journaling process video. So I am going to be journaling in my Interleaved Bible in the book of Genesis. So my entry for today is going to be on this page, on this side. A friend and I are studying through the book of Genesis, and in these really familiar stories, we're pausing long enough to notice some just remarkable things that we hadn't noticed before. And that's what I want to journal about today. I want to take my takeaways and get them down on this page. Now you can see I've got an assortment of supplies around me. I have an idea in mind, and these are just some things I pulled to execute that idea. Really, the bulk of my page is going to be journaling, and so I pulled a few different things to journal on. I pulled this pretty neutral assortment of grid labels from the Print and Pray shop. These are one of my favorite. You could use these as a journaling spot, very easily typing or handwriting your journaling on here. My friend Kristen sent me these adorable tags from her local office supply store as a gift, and I thought that was so sweet, and I really want to put them to use today. They're the perfect size for what I want to create. A couple of different stamp options for my title. I pulled out a stencil in case I wanted to do some like art marks or little things around the page once I'm near done. This sticker is from an older illustrated faith kit. It came with the packaging and I saved it, and I want to use it today if I can, if it fits. And then I have these border strips. They're little scallops from Mandy Ford in the Illustrated Faith Print and Pray shop. These are left over from another project, and I think that these would be a really good match. Oh, and then I have the Word Nerd stamp set, which is perfect for really any Bible journaling page, but especially the type that I'm going to create today. So we'll see what I end up using, but for now, let's go ahead and get started. So I went ahead and washi taped the labels and tags to a piece of paper that I ran through my typewriter, and I had a bunch of trouble typing on these. I think that it's because of the size, and I am a typewriter newbie, so it is messy. There are typos for those of you that monitor those types of things. I know they're there. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. So then I'm going to line these up. They are in a particular order, and this is going to be really the base of my page. So I'm thinking here that just to keep things visually clean, I'm just going to use the Tim Holtz foam stamps with some acrylic paint for my title instead of trying to mix fonts and things like that with the Heidi Swap stamps. So in case you're wondering, this is what these stamps look like. They're foam. They're not the typical photopolymer stamps that you're used to when you use like a clear stamp like these Word Nerd stamps. So I'm looking to the colors that are in Mandy's printables here and grabbing one to go. I'm going to go look at my paint and see what I have that matches. Alright, so I pulled these colors, and I only know a couple of them off the top of my head, so I will list all of them down in the video description below. And what I'm going to do is grab a paintbrush, a baby wipe, my acrylic block, and a jar of water, and I'm going to put the letter that I want to use on the block, and then take a paintbrush with a little bit of paint. You don't need like goops and globs of it, as I'm inclined to use. And I'm just on a white piece of cardstock, just gonna brush the paint on there and then stamp it down on this cardstock. Now you can see the first impression I had too much paint, so the second one was much crisper, and I'm gonna go with that one. To clean the ink off of the foam stamp, I just use a baby wipe and it gets like 99% of it, which is fine with me. So I'm not going to make you watch me do each letter, but I wanted to show you a second one. This is all that I'm doing, and then once they're dry, I'm going to take my scissors and cut them out. I was careful to think about how they would appear on the page, and then choose my colors accordingly, like which color for which letter. So you can see, aside from those teals, the color is moved around pretty well. So I'm going to go back to my Bible page now, and I had to put my pocket notebook underneath it to prop it up, make it a little easier to work in. If you've been a Christian for a while, these are familiar passages, or if you have committed to a Bible reading plan, year after year, you've probably read through Genesis a few times. I know I have. And so these stories were really familiar to me, but like I said, when we stopped long enough to really look at what was going on, we just saw these like repeated themes that were so interesting and that didn't jump out at me when I had, read through it in the past. So while I'm getting all of these guys down, I will read to you some of them. I want you guys to read it and to study it and to notice these things for yourselves. This sounds like something that you're interested in. I'm going to link the study that my friend and I use so you can check it out and see if that's something that you might be interested in. So I had more than this, but I didn't have that much room. So looking in Genesis at chapters 12 through 16, these were the 5 big takeaways that I noticed. The first one is in Genesis 12 when God calls Abraham. God takes Abe out of the familiar so he learns to rely only on God. I call him Abe, because in the name change, it gets confusing after a while. Next, the second takeaway was that Moses, the author of Genesis, is building Israel's resolve as they're about to enter Canaan. So he's given them the history, right? The third one, Egypt is the archetype of self-reliance. Abe went to Egypt when there was a famine instead of calling on the Lord. The fourth thing is that Abe is the original kinsman redeemer when he rescues Lot from the battle that's going on between these kings. Lot gets caught up in that as a resident of Sodom. And the fifth thing, Sarai, in her self-reliance, hatches her plan for an heir. And so one big theme that we saw over and over as we were studying these 5 chapters was self-reliance. And I thought that that was pretty interesting because that's been on my heart, and to see the pitfalls of it for 5 straight days as we're reading through this was definitely something that made me like perk up and take notice. So I'm looking here at the Word Nerd stamps to see which ones I might want to use. Now that I've got the big pieces, my title and my journaling down, I can go in with some more embellishments and think about what I want to add. The first thing that I want to do is use this Read, Reflect, Pray, Repeat stamp down by my 5th point. And then I'm taking this stencil. This is from an older illustrated faith devotional kit, but I think I found something similar. So if you are interested in this stencil, I'll link it below. I'm going to go ahead and just take my pen through this stencil and number each label, each tag, each point, 1 through 5, alternating the sides. All right, so I've got my numbers done, and then I'm going to take this stencil. I don't remember what it's called or where it's from, but I'll do my best to link it. And I'm just going to do the same thing, put my pen through it to create some little like art marks almost around the page. And I think it's so fun because there are so many different shapes on here, like dots and arrows and crosses and things like that. You get a good variation here. I'm just now realizing that I didn't stick down these scallop borders. I ended up switching the ones that I was going to use. I really wanted to use Mandy's, but they were a little bit too large for what I had in mind. So I'm going to save those for another project, and I looked to Elaine's scallop like faux washi strips that are also in the print and pray shop, and I cut a couple of those out and layered them in between these labels just to bring a little more color to the neutral tags and labels. Then I'm going to go in with some more Word Nerd stamps, and I have this little blank space here. I thought about using Bailey, that Bible gal, but instead decided to stamp down this word truth and then add a date stamp just to fill in some more of that space. And I'm going to keep alternating. I'm going to go back to the stencil and then back to the Word Nerd stamps just until it looks just how I want it. Now I'm looking at my title here that's just stuck down to the blank Bible page, and I'm thinking it's kind of boring. So I'm thinking about layering a piece of this glassine bag underneath it to give it a little more texture, a little more interest. And then I realized that I had this sticker that I hadn't been able to incorporate yet. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the sticker, attach that to the glassine bag, pull up each one of these letters and stick them back down on top of the sticker, layered on top of the glassine bag. Like so. And I think this looks so much better, so much more interesting. I love incorporating the heart in there because these are definitely things that I want to hide in my heart. Then I'm going to go back in with the Word Nerd stamps. I'm going to use this stamp that says currently reading, stamp that just above the title, and then reference which chapters I'm looking at. And then I want to fill in a little more space around the title, so I'm going to get the stencil back out and push my pen through it in a few more places. I'm adding the star stamp from the Word Nerd stamp set in a couple places, and I think that's pretty much going to do it for me. So here we've got a finished look at my page. I'll go ahead and zoom in for you so you can see it a little better. And that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below. I'll do my best to link everything down in the video description below. I'd love to know what you guys are reading, what you guys are studying, and what your big takeaways are that you're loving. So leave those down in the comments below so we can all learn. That's going to do it for me, and I'll see you guys soon.